COSM Class 12 results 2025 as Enlightened Knowledge and TZ Higher Secondary Schools lead across streams with top ranks. A 24-hour statewide ban brings normal life to a halt in Manipur as JAC demands justice in the custodial death of Khoishnam Sanajauba. Security forces recover rocket launcher, mortars and explosives in Churachandpur during extensive counter-insurgency sweep. Sudden thunderstorm batters Longmai in Noni district, damaging property and uprooting trees. Iconic landmark destroyed, power supply disrupted. And NSCNU declares emergency over internal threats as leadership rift deepens as 36 head cadres defect to NSCN-IM seeking stability. Hello, you're watching IS Primetime English News. I'm Jay Shainam, giving you the news in detail. Showcasing academic excellence and raising female leadership, the results of the Class 12 examination 2025 conducted by the Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur COSM were declared today at a formal ceremony held at the COSM Hall in Babupara, Imphal. This year's results reflect the growing empowerment of young women in the state, with girl students securing the first positions in all three streams, arts, science and commerce. Out of 28,909 students who appeared for the examination, an impressive 27,175 have passed, pushing the overall pass percentage to a notable 94%. Non-government institutions recorded a higher success rate of 95.66%, while government institutions followed closely with 89.95%. Enlightened Knowledge Higher Secondary School in Sangakpham secured all three top positions. Kaisham Hana Devi topped the stream, followed by her schoolmates Harsh Meishnam and Sagol Sem Inunganbi at second and third positions, respectively. In the commerce stream, it was TG Higher Secondary School that stole the spotlight with an impressive clean sweep. Warepa Lydia secured the top rank, while Yaifabi Sapam followed in second, and Divya Mayanglambam and Prithvi Yumnam jointly took the third spot, all from the same institution. In the science stream, Ria Khairakpam of Comet School emerged as the state topper, continuing the trend of girl-led excellence. She was followed by Mediciana Morangthem from Herbert School in second place and Sylvia Lukram of Comet School in third. The declaration event was graced by N. Praveen Singh, Secretary Education, who attended as the chief guest. COSM Chairman I. Ojit Singh presided over the function, which was also attended by Director of Education S. N.G. Bhogendro Maitai, Additional Director Bisheshwar Kumukcham, COSM Secretary K.H. Ashni Kumar, and Controller of Examination O. Joy Singh. Impressed by the frontline warriors' role during the COVID-19 pandemic, COSM Examination 2025 Science Stream topper Ria Khairakpam aspires to become a doctor. Ria, a student of Comet School Changangai Uchekon and daughter of K.H. Ongbi, Saugrakpam Lukamani and Khairakpam Surchan Singh of Ithai Bazar Kumbi, secured an impressive 490 marks out of 500, scoring 98%. She earned letters in all her subjects: English, Manipuri, Physics, Chemistry, Biology, and Mathematics. Sharing the secret behind her success, Ria said She follows a disciplined routine which includes sleeping early and waking up early to study, with her mother always by her side to assist whenever needed. She also praised her teachers for their constant support and dedication in clearing students' doubts. Despite the ongoing violence affecting everyone emotionally, Ria stated that she has remained focused and did not let the situation hinder her studies.
Higher secondary school Mother class 7 about a year ago, I took it in Bona, English school, class 10, I told for you. Kawagi was a Metska in Skazaka ward. I am Doctor is a Doctor Yimagi Roll. Doctor cited the Magi Todangs in Uganda. The Coronagi Matamura, Doctor Natoliva, my am frontline together, man, Mayam, the soon work under Maggie and the pumps are working. Doctor is saying. Like Papa's the age, Dunkangan, Tunkalang, and Hava Pazeva, and ayamada prima dum chenabi man ta dum ga dum masipung ka da hodu sida hodu period to ka ha prima dum yam support to bi school side ta gi so moi gi angam thak ta dum na bi ki azam yam da dum phasana takpi tam bi to bi to ka kaino ma khang da ba ku tam da dum hangma tam da so moi na phasana dum respond to bi like pa ba da dum tam gi school sa tradition ta tamina yum da dum leba ma tamina adu da ka so yam disturb to bi da dum pa ba dum pa gi dum ta.
A 24-hour statewide ban called by the Joint Action Committee, JAC, demanding justice for the custodial death of Khoishnam Sanajauba has brought normal life in Manipur to a standstill. The ban, which began at midnight yesterday, has severely disrupted daily activities, particularly in the valley districts. Shops, markets, and establishments across Imphal and other districts have remained shuttered, with businesses owner complying with the call for the shutdown. In the heart of Imphal, shops and eateries that typically buzz with activity have all but disappeared behind closed doors as a show of solidarity with the JAC's campaign for justice. Additional passengers' vehicles remain off-road, while the volume of traffic has drastically reduced from the normal days. Educational institutions and government offices have seen drastically reduced attendance, with many students, teachers, and staff staying home. Schools and colleges in several areas of Imphal East and West have reported a significant drop in turnout, reflecting the growing public sentiment surrounding the ongoing protests. Government offices, too, have seen a skeletal workforce, as only a few employees turns up for their offices. Protesters, including local Meirapabi groups and civil society organizations, have been spotted in some parts of Imphal East, blocking roads. The protesters are demanding a fair investigation into the custodial death of Sanajauba, who was allegedly picked up by the police on December 31, 2024, and found dead under suspicious circumstances at Jennings Hospital. His family, including his wife and young child, has become a central symbol of the fight for justice. The JAC, which has been at the forefront of organizing protests since the discovery of Sanajauba's death, has clarified that essential services such as medical and emergency services will not be affected by the ban. However, despite exemptions, the general atmosphere in the valley has been tense as the public continues to voice its anger over what they perceive as the government's inaction in the case. The ban follows a series of protests led by the JAC, including a sit-in demonstration on April 17 and a large rally at Lamlong Kaitel on April 20th. The mood across the valley is one of simmering frustration as the public waits for a response from the authorities. Yum Khaibam Nungshitombi, co-convener of the JAC, spoke to the media. In a series of intensified counterinsurgency operations carried out across Manipur, security forces have made significant recoveries of arms and ammunition and arrested multiple active cadres associated with different valley-based insurgent groups. The operations involve coordinated search and area domination efforts in both fringe and vulnerable zones across hill and valley districts. One of the major operations took place in Taijang village under Churachandpur police station in Churachandpur, where security personnel unearthed a substantial cache of weapons and explosives. Among the items recovered were a carbine machine gun, a single-barrel country-made rifle, a 5-foot-long rocket launcher, a country-made mortar, and a weapon locally known as a pumpy. Additionally, a carbine magazine, 10 live rounds of 9mm ammunition, 10 mortar bombs, a pumpy shell, a high-explosive HE bomb, 2 number, 36 hand grenades, 12 spent AK-47 casings, and 1 anti-riot dye marker grenade were found at the site. The presence of such high-grade weaponry in a civilian area has raised concerns about the level of militarization and potential for violence in certain pockets of the state. Simultaneously, another operation was carried out in the foothills of the Langol Hill Range on the western side under Lamphel Police Station in Imphal West District. During this sweep, security forces seized a 9mm US-made pistol along with a magazine and 10 rounds of 9mm ammunition. Other items found at the location included a wireless set complete with an adapter and charger, a torchlight without its battery, a dozen knives, a pair of shoes, a bulletproof jacket lacking its protective plate, a sleeping bag, and a camouflage T-shirt. Adding to the series of breakthroughs, the Manipur police arrested 3 active cadres of the UNLF led by Bombay. The arrests were made near the gate of Jubilee Hall at RIMS Hospital in Imphal West District. The 3 individuals identified as Haishnam Thomas Singh of Mayang Imphal, Kokchai, Arambam Tomtom alias Thawai Lakpa of Lamsang, Haibong Pokpi Mayai Laikai, and Ningombam Manau Maitai alias Thauyangba of Gongba Laishram Laikai are reportedly involved in numerous extortion cases, including targeted demands from hospitals and toll tax booths. From their possession, authorities recovered 6 mobile handsets, a sum of 1,13,910 rupees, 2 wallets containing Aadhaar cards, and a 4-wheeler vehicle which was allegedly used in their extortion activities. In another development, an active cadre of the RPF-PLA identified as Leifrakpam Sanatomba Maitai, alias Puremba from Langthaba Lep Makha Laikai was apprehended at Paubitek Lamkhai under Wangoi Police Station in Imphal West. He was reportedly engaged in extorting money from schools in and around the Imphal area by issuing threats and demands. From him, police recovered a mobile phone, 30,000 rupees in cash believed to be extorted money, and a 2-wheeler vehicle. In a related operation, another active cadre of the RPF-PLA, Purit Sabam Sunil Singh, alias Negro, alias Jackson of Leimakong Chingmang, currently residing at a relief camp in Mandap Yumpam, Krukul, was arrested from the vicinity of Kongampat near the Orchid Farm under Segmai Police Station. A mobile phone was seized from his possession. Further widening the scope of the crackdown, security forces arrested 2 members of the Kangleipak Communist Party KCP faction known as City Maitai. Yaikom Kiran Maitai of Phaknung, Sangom Sang village in Imphal East District was the first to be apprehended. Following his arrest, another individual as Nongthongbam Ratan Singh, alias Tombi, alias Lakpa of Phaknung Awang Laikai, was taken into custody from Sawombung, Kabui Kunjao, land number 4 in the same district. Both individuals were found to be involved in extorting money from petrol pumps located across Imphal East. 2 mobile phones were recovered during the follow-up operation. In another operation, a member of the KCP PWG was arrested from a farmhouse in Cheksabi Path under Irilbung Police Station. Identified as the Kilambam Prem Kumar Singh, alias Inau, alias Buddha of Thiam Konjin, Samanching Laikai, the individual was allegedly engaged in issuing threats to the public to extract money. Items seized from him included 3 mobile handsets, a wallet containing an Aadhaar card, and a 4-wheeler used in his illicit operations. Now it's time for a short break. You're watching IS News.
Admission open, admission open. PC Allied Health Institute, Kongmanjon to Imphal East, Manipur. Affiliated to Bharat Sevak Samaj, National Development Agency, promoted by Government of India. An authorized career counselor of Om Sterling Global University, Hisar, Haryana. Mafam asida tamba yaba coursing adudi, BSc in Radiology and Imaging Technology, Diploma in X-ray Technology, BSc or Diploma in Medical Laboratory Technology, BSc or Diploma in Operation Theatre Technology, BSc or Diploma in Optometry, BSc or Diploma in Dialysis, Bachelor in Physiotherapy, BSc in Cardiovascular Technology, BSc in Nutrition and Dietetics, Diploma in ECG, Diploma in Autism Spectrum Disorder Education, Diploma in Rehabilitation Psychology. Institute asida khudongchaba kharasu thamjari, madudi ahan balakpa mahiroi mangada 20% discount pizagani, taruktagina tara fawda lakpa mahiroi singda 15% discount pizagani, tara mathoidagi kun fawda lakpa mahiroi singi oina 10% discount pizagani, relief camp tigi lakpa mahiroi mangada diploma course admission gi oina 50% discount pizari. Kana Lezadrabad natraga orphanage tigi lakpa mahiroi mangagi diploma course ki admission fee free oizagani. Nupa amasung nupi gi lainanaba hostel gi facility pizari. Institute asigi oina course amagi 30 seat capacity khaktamak oizagani. Matam ga chunaraba smart class, clinical practice at reputed hospital amadi diagnostic center singda hakteng na tambagi khudongchabasu pizari. Hairiba coursing asi tamba loibaga job placement gi khudongchabasu pizari. Akupa marol gi damak contact number 7641934366 natraga 8131064931 natraga email ID pcalliedhealthinstitute@gmail.com da pau fawbiraknaba khanghanjari. Athuba matamda registration tawbiduna khudongchabasing asi lobihonaba ningsingjari.
Welcome back. You're watching IS Primetime English News. A sudden and intense thunderstorm wreaked havoc in Longmai, Noni district today, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. At approximately 12:45 p.m., strong winds battered the area, tearing off roofing sheets and uprooting trees, causing widespread disruption to normal life. The powerful gusts cut off electricity supply as electric lines were severed, plunging the region into darkness. Temporary structures were not spared either, as the relentless wind dismantled them with ease. An iconic Nasik tree, weathered by time, succumbed to the storm's force, crashing down onto the wall of NHIDCL's office complex. The impact not only demolished the beloved I Love Longmai signage board, but also inflicted damage on a parked Bolero pickup truck in Longmai Part 3. Both the NHIDCL office and the reserve line of None police bore the brunt of the tempest, with their roofing sheets torn away by the relentless gusts. Fortunately, amidst the chaos, there have been no reports of human casualties, although the community faces significant cleanup and recovery efforts in the storm's aftermath. Local authorities and emergency services are mobilizing to assess the extent of the damage and restore essential services to affected residents. The Universal Friendship Organization UFO has issued a public appeal to the Water Resource Department and the Environment Department, urging them to refrain from disturbing the organization Sanglen, located at Kaishamtong Elangbam Laikai, during the implementation of ongoing developmental and river cleaning projects in Imphal City. In a release issued by UFO's Publicity Secretary Dongbram Wanglen, the organization expressed its full support for the government's initiative to rejuvenate and clean the rivers flowing through Imphal. Acknowledging the importance of environmental restoration and urban development, the UFO commended the departments for their proactive steps in improving water bodies across the region. However, the release highlighted the cultural and spiritual significance of the UFO Sanglan, which has served as a sacred space and training ground for over 2 decades. The Sanglan, it said, is not only revered as a place of worship, but also plays a vital role in the preservation and promotion of indigenous practices, particularly the traditional Manipuri martial art of Thangta. In addition to martial training, the site has also been a center for imparting moral education to youths over the years. The UFO has urged the concerned authorities to maintain the sanctity and integrity of the Shanglin's boundary while executing any developmental or environmental projects in the surrounding area. It emphasized that the preservation of such cultural landmarks is essential for maintaining the state's rich heritage and identity. Reiterating its willingness to cooperate with the government's broader environmental goals, the UFO requested that the Shanglan be protected and respected as a vital institution rooted deeply in the community's cultural fabric. In a heartfelt initiative aimed at nurturing empathy and understanding, ARPS Mantripuki recently hosted the Empathy Art Festival as part of Project Empathy. Held from April 24th to 25th, 2025, this 2-day event brought together students and educators from across Assam Rifles public schools, including a delegation from ARPS Mantripuki. The festival held at Assam Rifles Public School, Lightcore, Shillong, provided a platform for young participants to express themselves creatively through various art forms. Activities such as postcards writing, poetry recitation, individuals' artworks, and graffiti centered around themes like "Work in My Shoes," "Dear Stranger, You Are Not Alone," "The Kindness I Carry," and "Empathy in Diversity." Participants from ARPS Mantripuki, comprising 8 students and 2 teachers, enthusiastically engaged in these activities. They explored their emotional depths, demonstrated compassion, and fostered meaningful connections with peers from different backgrounds. The festival served as a poignant reminder of the power of art in bridging emotional gaps and promoting understanding among youth. Overall, the Empathy Art Festival at ARPS Mantripuki was not just a creative endeavor, but also a transformative experience, encouraging students to share their perspectives, embrace diversity, and cultivate empathy in their communities. In a collective effort to promote the spirit of voluntary blood donation, a camp was successfully organized today at the Reams Blood Center, Lamphilpat. The initiative was jointly spearheaded by the Association of Voluntary Blood Donors, AVBD, the Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur Assam, and the Indian Red Cross Society, IRCS Imphal East. The camp saw the active participation of donors from different walks of life, with a total of 25 units of blood voluntarily donated. Speaking at the camp, AVBD Manipur's treasurer Kumarjit Sarangthem expressed appreciation for the donors, emphasizing that voluntary blood donation is not just an act of kindness, but a vital lifeline that saves lives. He added that such noble contributions reflect a society's strength and unity, especially during times of medical need. The organizers noted that the camp was not only aimed at collecting blood, but also at raising awareness among the public, especially the youth, about the importance of regular voluntary blood donation. They further expressed hope that more people would come forward in the future, helping ensure that no life is lost due to a lack of available blood. As part of the ongoing National Animal Disease Control Program, NADCP, a vaccination drive was conducted today targeting domestic cattle at Kumbi Municipal Council, Ward number 9 in Bishnupur district. The initiative aimed at curbing the spread of major livestock diseases, so the vaccination of 53 animals against critical infections such as foot and mouth disease (FMD), hemorrhagic septicemia (HS), and black quarter (BQ). The drive was spearheaded by the Bishnupur District Veterinary Office with the active involvement of Joint Director Dr. Bidyarani Tongpram. She was joined by local leaders including Wahengbam Bobichan Luwang, Vice Chairperson of Kumbi Municipal Council and Ward number 9 Councillor, as well as Santi Chandra, the officer in charge of the ICDP Kumbi unit. Officials highlighted the importance of such localized efforts, noting that early vaccination and disease surveillance are key to preventing outbreaks that could severely impact both farmers and the state's livestock economy. The program is expected to continue in other wards and nearby areas in the coming days with veterinarians and field workers working closely with local authorities to ensure thorough coverage. The president of the NSCNU, retired General MB Nyokpao Konyak, has declared a state of emergency across all Naga inhabited areas in light of what the outfit has termed as abnormal situations and threats confronting the GPRN NSCNU. The declaration came following a high-level emergency meeting convened by the group's leadership on April 23rd. According to sources, the emergency declaration will remain in effect until further notice. All Naga Army personnel currently on sick or casual leave have been instructed to report back immediately to their respective unit commanders. Furthermore, unit commands across the Naga regions have been directed to remain vigilant and maintain a high state of alert. The announcement marks a significant escalation in the ongoing internal conflict that has gripped the NSCNU in recent months. The outfit has been marred by a leadership rift between the faction led by Nyokpao Konyak and Elizo Vanu and a rival group loyal to Kitovi Jimomi. Tensions peaked on March 22nd when reports emerged of an attempted coup at the Kihoi camp, NSCNU's designated headquarters, allegedly engineered by Jimomi's faction. The alleged coup was believed to be an attempt to reclaim control of the camp, which Jimomi's lost in April 2024. While both factions have remained largely silent in public, internal sources suggest that strategic maneuvering continues behind the scenes. In a parallel development that signals further fragmentation within the NSCNU, the NSCN-IM announced the defection of 36 cadres from the Unifaction faction. The group, which includes senior officers and civil staff, was reportedly inducted into the NSCN-IM full earlier today. The NSCN-IM, in a statement, welcomed the defectors and praised their decision to return to the mainstream organization, describing it as a conscious choice to abandon what it called opportunistic and visionless leadership. An introductory meeting was said to have been held in the chamber of the Longvibu, the NSCN-IM's chief of the Naga Army, in the presence of senior military officials. A formal reception and induction ceremony for the new joiners is expected to follow soon. Observers view the unfolding situation as a significant moment in the evolving dynamics of the Naga political landscape. The declaration of emergency by the NSCNU, combined with the internal defections, suggests growing instability within the faction and shifting allegiances within the broader Naga nationalist movement. Anjaw district of Arunachal Pradesh, which is located close to the Indo-China border, got cut off from the rest of the world following a massive landslide in the Mompani area of the district. Officials said around 10 meters of the road, which is the lifeline for not only the people of Anjao district, but also for the security forces guarding the LAC, was completely washed away due to the heavy rains which had continued for the last few days. Officials added that the restoration work might take some time since the administration will have to acquire additional land for the purpose. Before we end, the headlines once again. Girls shine in COSM Class 12 results 2025 as Enlightened Knowledge and TZ Higher Secondary Schools lead across streams with top ranks. "24-hour statewide ban brings normal life to a halt in Manipur as JAC demands justice in the custodial death of Khoishnam Sanajauba. Security forces recover rocket launcher, mortars and explosives in Churachandpur during extensive counter-insurgency sweep. Sudden thunderstorm batters Longmai in Noni district, damaging property and uprooting trees. Iconic landmark destroyed. Power supply disrupted. And NSCNU declares emergency over internal threats as leadership rift deepens, as 36 cadres defect to NSCN-IM seeking stability. That's all we have in this Primetime English Bulletin. Next we have IS Primetime Manipuri News at 9 p.m. Till then, good night.